Right, and this week's site profile comes from Skirmish Bristol. We sent our crew down to spend a weekend with Mike and his team. Let's see how they got on.
My name's Mike Stanton from Bristol Skirmish. Bristol Skirmish was launched approximately 11 years ago. Me and Jock decided that we'd like to do a paintball site. We got together and we found this site, and we spent the last 11 years building and trying to get this site as best as we can. Skirmish in Bristol, we've gone from strength to strength year to year. We've opened a new site at Cribs, the other side of Bristol. We're very passionate about our business, and we try to bring quality to the industry, as long as safety as well.
And I've been working at the site for 6 months now. Gameplay zones are really good. They're different varieties. We have a different game on every field, so players aren't doing the same thing all day. It breaks up our day as well. I mean, obviously we've got the helicopter field with all the big techno stuff on it, and down in the Cowboy town where just down in the streets really, and it just breaks up the day. It's different environments, different games. Good fun. Cowboy town is awesome. It's you know, it looks like a little sheriff's town. It's fun to like improvise with the players and do different games down there and role play it.
My name's Luke. I've been coming out to the site. I first played my first ever paintball game here when I was 12. Gameplay zones, the parts I like about those is that they've got a lot of barricades, so there's a lot of movement on the field. They've gone out their way to get realistic vehicles. You've got tanks, even a little Morris Minor out there. But you've got a big truck. You can get a lot of people in the back of it, and it's, it looks a lot more realistic than some places. And the part that makes Skirmish different to other sites, I mean, for me, it's obviously that it's local and that it's a very good atmosphere here. They've always, as much as they've looked after their customers, they've also always looked after their walk-ons, and help people get into the game, and take it up to the next level if they want to.
I think the facilities on our site are second to none. We've got things like the conference centre, we've got a cafeteria, there's seating and undercover for about 200 people. On site as well, there's other event companies that do quads and buggies and shotgun shooting. If I had to summarise Bristol Skirmish in 3 words, it would be fun, safe and friendly staff.
That's Skirmish Bristol there. Andy, that's a good looking site.
It looks brilliant, doesn't it? The Skirmish Bristol is one of the older skirmish sites as well. And the attention to detail and the quality of the place is absolutely superb. Next year they're doing quite a lot of investment within that particular site, the Bristol one. They're putting a new compressor and new air system in there. And at the moment they're sourcing some new vehicles because they love the sort of the military vehicles and that type of thing for realism.
It's a good looking site.
Yeah.
Pretty fit looking staff as well.
Well, yeah, it does help.
You've got Bod and he's got, is that Rebecca?
Yeah.
Have to make
Bod has his appeal though in his arseless chaps that he wears on a Tuesday night.
Colin, you play all over the world, obviously from North America, you play in Europe and the UK. Is there a difference in the style of sites that you see, or any differences that you notice between?
Absolutely. I mean, and I think the point that jumped out at me from the video is the investment that they've made, the attention to detail over 11 years. I mean, when it comes to sites in the United States, for example, you can never fault the Americans. When they go big. And there are some really big, really impressive sites out there. But I'd say they're a minority. You could probably put them on, you know, top 10. And under that, there's a great number of sites that are very average. The average quality of sites here only grows and grows and grows. This is true of the continent as well. But you see the attention to detail, 11 years of investment, planning, and excellent selection in staff, clearly, makes all the difference. And that's a site I would love to play.
Well, thanks to Mike and his guys for looking after us for the weekend, and then we'll have another site profile next week. That's the end of part one. Please rejoin us after the break when our live studio guest will be Ian Cambo Richardson of the UK Paintball Awards. We'll be back in a minute.